Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS, presenting to you the daily quiz for 6th of November 2022. But before we begin, here is an important announcement. BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS is now on Telegram channel. To never miss out on any current affairs updates, do join our Telegram channel now using the link given in the description box below. Now let us begin and take a look at the first question for today. Ghaem 100 recently in news is Option A, Iran's first three-stage satellite launch vehicle. Option B, Iran's latest ballistic missile program. Option C, Russia's thermonuclear armed intercontinental ballistic missile or ICBM. Option D, longest range missile North Korea has tested till date. What is the context? According to this article in the Hindu newspaper today, Iran's Revolutionary Guards has tested a multi-stage rocket that can carry satellites. And this is called as Ghaem 100. This is Iran's first three-stage satellite launch vehicle. Right? This new rocket is designed to put satellites that weigh 80 kilograms into a 500-kilometer orbit. But in this backdrop, the US government has raised concerns over this with fears that the same long-range ballistic technology that launches satellites into orbit could also be used to launch nuclear warheads. But Iran has regularly denied having any such intentions. Iran has said that this rocket would be used to launch country's Nahid satellite for the telecommunications ministry. Therefore, the right answer to our question would be option A, Iran's first three-stage satellite launch vehicle. Moving on to question number 2. The Sunda Strait lies between option A, Java and Sumatra, option B, Malay Peninsula and Sumatra, option C, Java and Malay Peninsula, option D, Sumatra and Borneo. What is the context? This article in the Hindu newspaper today talks about the Malabar exercise. This exercise becomes very important as it completes 30 years in the year 2022. This exercise began in 1992 as a bilateral exercise between India and the US. Now, this article also states that Yuan Wong 6, a Chinese research vessel, has entered the Indian Ocean via the Sunda Strait, and that is why we've taken up this question for discussion. See, Sunda Strait is a narrow navigable body of water located between two Indonesian islands, that is Sumatra and Java. To its northwest is Sumatra and to the southeast is Java. This Sunda Strait links the Java Sea of Western Pacific Ocean with the Eastern Indian Ocean. So coming back to our question, the right answer would be option A, Java and Sumatra. Here's a task for you for today. What is the name of the strait between Malay Peninsula and Sumatra? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. Moving on to question number 3. Consider the following statements. Number 1. Cheetah was declared extinct in India in 1952. Number 2. Asiatic cheetah is classified as critically endangered in the IUCN Red List. Number 3. Asiatic cheetahs have been introduced into Kuno National Park under the Cheetah Reintroduction Project. How many of the given statements is or are incorrect? Why this question? This article in the Hindu newspaper today has a reference to the Cheetah Reintroduction Program of the Government of India, under which cheetahs are being introduced in Madhya Pradesh's Kuno National Park, and that is why we've taken up this question for discussion. See, the cheetah is the only large carnivore to have gone extinct in India, primarily due to hunting and habitat loss. For centuries, hunting was a favored activity for royalty in India, and the cheetah was used for sport hunting. In the year 1952, the Government of India officially declared cheetah extinct in India. So statement number 1 here becomes correct. Here, it also becomes important to understand the differences between African cheetah and Asiatic cheetah. African cheetah is found all over African continent in thousands of numbers, whereas Asiatic cheetahs are now found only in Iran, right? The African cheetahs are slightly larger than the Asiatic counterpart. And while African cheetahs are listed as vulnerable in the IUCN Red List of threatened species, Asiatic cheetahs are critically endangered. So statement number 2 also becomes correct. Now coming to statement number 3. See, under the Cheetah Reintroduction Program of the Government of India, 8 African cheetahs from Namibia were translocated to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh, and this was done on the 17th of September 2022. So, under this cheetah reintroduction program, African cheetahs were reintroduced in Kuno National Park and not Asiatic cheetahs. So, statement number 3 becomes incorrect. Therefore, the right answer to our question would be option A, one statement only, because the question is asking us for incorrect statements. If you would like to know more about the Cheetah Reintroduction Program, watch our Explain series. The link to the video will appear on the top right corner of your screens now. Moving on to question number 4. Consider the following statements with respect to Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Number 1. He represented Akbar II in England where he pleaded for his pension and allowances. Number 2. He started the Atmiya Sabha in 1814 as an effort against idol worship and superstitious beliefs. Number 3. Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Alexander Duff jointly founded the Calcutta Unitarian Committee to promote education of women. How many of the given statements is or are incorrect? Raja Ram Mohan Roy is one of the greatest social reformers that India has seen. And it becomes all the more important to know about him because the 250th birth anniversary of this social reformer was celebrated on 22nd May of this year, that is 2022. We do have a video on the life of Raja Ram Mohan Roy in our biography series. Do watch it if you haven't already. Now talking about this social reformer. Ram Mohan Roy, popularly known as the father of Indian Renaissance, was awarded the title Raja by Akbar II. Raja Ram Mohan Roy represented Akbar II in England where he pleaded for his pensions and allowances. So statement number 1 becomes correct. We all know that Raja Ram Mohan Roy fought against polygamy, against child marriage and also stood against practices such as sati and supported women education. In the year 1814, he started the Atmiya Sabha where he spread the monotheistic ideals. Through this, he wanted to spread his word against idol worship, meaningless rituals and also superstitious beliefs. So statement number 2 is also correct. Talking about the Calcutta Unitarian Committee that is given in statement number 3. This committee was founded to bring together prominent Brahmins who were friends of Raja Ram Mohan Roy and supporters of his agenda for the promotion of religious monotheism and social reform. This committee was founded in the year 1821 jointly by William Adam and Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So statement number 3 becomes incorrect. Therefore, the right answer to our question would be option A, one statement only, because the question is asking us for incorrect statements. We've taken up this question for discussion because there is a reference to Raja Ram Mohan Roy in today's PIB article. Now let us take up a previous year question from Prelims paper 2016. The term intended nationally determined contributions is sometimes seen in the news in the context of option A, pledges made by the European countries to rehabilitate refugees from the war-affected Middle East. Option B, plan of action outlined by countries of the world to combat climate change. Option C, capital contributed by the member countries in the establishment of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Option D, plan of action outlined by the countries of the world regarding sustainable development goals. The right answer to our question would be option B. See, these intended nationally determined contributions are the intended reductions in greenhouse gas emissions under the UNFCCC or United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Egypt is hosting the 27th Conference of Parties of UNFCCC, and hence it becomes important for you to know and understand all the terms and concepts that are related to climate change, UNFCCC and also Conference of Parties. Now let us take up the fact of the day for today, which is Arth Ganga. What is the context? This PIB article that talks about the Ganga Utsav being organized by the National Mission for Clean Ganga has a reference to Arth Ganga, and hence we've picked this topic up for discussion today. So what exactly is this Arth Ganga? Prime Minister Narendra Modi first introduced the concept of Arth Ganga during the first National Ganga Council meeting in Kanpur in the year 2019. It is at this meeting that he urged for a shift from Namami Gange, which is the Union government's flagship project to clean the Ganga, to the model of Arth Ganga. So this Arth Ganga model seeks to use economics to connect people with the river Ganga. It focuses on economic aspects and activities that are related to the river. So the focus of Arth Ganga would be on the sustainable development of river Ganga and its surrounding areas by focusing on economic activities. And hence the name Arth Ganga. Under Arth Ganga, the government is working on 6 verticals. The first vertical is about zero budget natural farming. Zero budget natural farming is being carried out on 10 kilometers on either sides of the river Ganga. Also, cow dung is being promoted as fertilizer through the Gobardhan scheme. The second vertical talks about monetization and reuse of sludge water and wastewater. The third vertical is livelihood generation activities such as Ghat Mein Haat and Ghat Par Yojana, etc. Fourth is increasing public participation in these activities through creating synergies. Fifth is the promotion of cultural heritage and tourism of Ganga River and its surroundings. Finally, this model of Arth Ganga seeks to promote institutional building by empowering local administration for improved water governance. So, in a nutshell, Arth Ganga is sustainable development model with a focus on economic activities related to river Ganga. That is all for today. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching and keep learning.